Good morning, kindergarten. This week we are continuing our lesson on Samuel. We'll be wrapping up. I've already started receiving some of your darling memory verse videos. Go ahead and keep practicing your memory verse with your hand motions and send us your video by Friday. We're giving you all the way till the end of the week for that one. Well, where we left off last week was with our character trait, which is attentiveness. Remember, that means listening to what God has to say. And our connection item this week is a bell. And so just like in class, when we ring the bell, you put your hands on your shoulders so that you can remember to listen to what the teacher has to say. A bell can remind us to be attentive, to pay attention to God. It's really important to pay attention in all aspects of life, but particularly to what God is telling us. Well, we're going to review a little bit. And so you should have, if you haven't already, go on Seesaw and find this worksheet. You can pause my video right now and you can go answer the questions. On a separate sheet of paper. You might need a mom or dad to help you read it. And then come back to this video for the answers. We'll do it together and I'll pause and I'll give you a second to think about your answer. So here we go. Unit 13, Samuel Hears God. Number 1, did Samuel become a prophet? You might go, what was a prophet again? Remember, a prophet was someone who heard God's voice and then told other people about God. So hopefully you put A, yes, Samuel became a prophet. Number 2, where did Samuel grow up? A, the house of the Lord. B, his parents' house. What did you put? Did you put A, the house of the Lord? That's correct. Because remember, Hannah made a promise before Samuel was born that if she had this baby, she would give him to the Lord. And so he was raised there and she visited him there. Number 3, what was the name of the priest who lived in the house of the Lord? Was it A, Eli, or B, Joseph? What'd you put? A, Eli is correct. Yeah, I'm seeing a pattern. So far it's all A. Let's see if the next one follows the pattern. Number 4, who called Samuel in the night? Was it A, Moses, B, Eli, or C, God? What do you think? C, God. God called, if you remember, God called Samuel in the night, and every time Samuel ran to Eli and said, "Here I am, what do you need?" And finally Eli figured out that it was God. So Samuel went back to bed, and then he said, "Here I am, Lord, your servant is listening." So it was God who called him. Okay, last one. Number 5. What is our character trait this week that reminds us to listen to God? Well, we just reviewed it. Is it A, patience, or B, attentiveness? Hopefully you said B, attentiveness. That was fun. A little review for us as we keep going. If you have time, you can come on the DeepRoots website and you can look at all the books of the Bible and play the the books of the Bible song. And they even add some new books this week, but that's optional because it takes a lot of extra time. Here's another thing that's optional, but you might find it's really fun. The craft this week is to make a cell phone. Yeah, that's right. To make a cell phone, and they recommend making a cardboard cell phone. And if you actually scroll down, there's directions, but look at how cute this is. And you write God, capital G, because it's a plural pronoun, it's his name, O-D, God, because God is calling. Now, it's kind of cheesy and silly, but it helps us play pretend and remember that when God is calling, we always have to answer. So I'm going to continue a little bit more in just a minute.